it comes to being incarcerated, you're going to find yourself getting in a whole lot of situations that have nothing to do with you unless you mind your business. One of the main things that you want to do while you're incarcerated is worry about yourself and what you have going on. If you're watching this, you already know why you're here. What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. I want to tell everybody welcome back to another episode of the Inmate Dictionary. Today we're going to be speaking on letter M, mind your own business. Now, when it comes to this Inmate Dictionary stuff, you know every single thing that I'm dropping from A to Z is tactics that will help you survive while you're incarcerated. Not one of these tactics and not one of these things that I put out there are false. These things right here can actually help you make it through your bid. Minding your business is a big part when it comes to wanting to have less problems while you're incarcerated. It's common sense. I know all of y'all done heard, oh, when you're in prison, you know, mind your business, turn your head when things go down, don't look people straight in their eyes, don't worry about what other people are doing, keep your mouth shut. Those are a lot of things that you're going to find inside this Inmate Dictionary. Now, when I was incarcerated, I got along with every organization there was. And you want to know one of the major reasons why? Because I minded my business. When shit would pop off between two different organizations, I know a bunch on this side and I know a bunch on that side of the field. But when that shit popped off, I minded my business. Why? Because it had nothing to do with me. And if you have friends that are gang members and they truly fuck with you and they truly your homeboys, they're going to encourage you and they're going to want you to mind your business. And they're not going to expect anything more than that from you if something pops off with them and their organization and another organization. You feel me? If they do expect more than that from you, then that means that they are more worried about them and their organization than they are your own well-being. Okay? And you'll be able to peep that and read that, you know, when someone wants more from you than what you're actually supposed to bring to the table. If I had a homeboy that was a GD and I had a homeboy that was a ZO, and the ZOs and the GDs strike off a war and they start riding and going to war against each other, I know that my true Z homeboys and my true GD homeboys don't expect me to get involved. Because the right thing to do is to mind my business and stay out of it. Because now, don't get me wrong, when I was incarcerated, I didn't always want to stay out of it. There was some situations where I got involved by not minding my business. Okay? And it's because I was so faithful to my dog that I felt like if he's getting in the shit with them, I'm getting in the shit with them regardless. I don't care if they got brothers. I don't care who I'm disrespecting that I know on that organization. None of that. Because my main homeboy is getting into it with their brothers. You feel me? And I would put myself on a platter. You know, I would make it to where now I got a hit on my head by this other organization. Because I done rocked one and knocked one the fuck out in the dorm. All because my dog, who's affiliated, one of his brothers got in a fight with one of their brothers. And then now my dog's at war with them. You see what I'm saying? A lot of things that came my way that were, you know, physically like hand-on-hand fights was me not minding my business, you know? And at times it'll feel like it's your business because if your homeboy's involved, then it makes you involved. You feel me? Y'all know how it is on the streets. If you got like a brother or a real close homeboy, if you got beef with my brother or my homeboy, then you got beef with me. That's how I look at it for my oppositions. If I got beef with you, I got beef with your brother or your homeboy. I don't see you. I see one of your homeboys or your brothers, they getting it, whether they involved or not. You feel me? So I was on that type of time when it came to one of my dogs when I was in prison. Now, a lot of other situations that could have been way worse, you feel me, didn't go through as planned as it would have turned out because I minded my business. You don't want to be one of them people that can't hold their water, that get involved in everything. And, you know, it builds it draws a line, is basically how I should say it. It draws a line as far as, say me, all right? Say I have respect by every organization, but I don't get involved and I mind my business when things go down. Then say you have another inmate that every organization respects also, right? But when things start popping off and going up, he's not minding his business. Now he looks like a gossiper. He looks like a drama queen. He's saying one thing about one organization over here, saying another thing about another organization over here, acts like he's doing the right thing. In all reality, slowly but surely, if not quick, he's going to lose respect from all them gangs. It's going to go from him having like 5 to 10 people in each organization that respect him to 2 to 1 people in each organization that respect him, because they know he don't mind his business. You feel me? Now, I'm not saying if you got homeboys that are in both organizations and you know like there's going to be a hit sent on one of your homeboys. Now, it's up to you to make that decision, okay? It's up to you to, you know, you either put your dog on game or you don't. If you don't, then that ain't your dog. If you got your day one homeboy that's about to go wet someone up, and then you got another person you're cool with that is about to get wet, you got to make that call amongst yourself. But just know that isn't you minding your business, okay? And I chose a side plenty of times when I was in prison. Like, if I knew my dog, my main one, was finna go wet up someone else I was cool with, I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, man, I just turned my head, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I can't. This my day one dog right here. This my man homeboy. But if it was the other way around, if I knew that someone I was cool with was finna wet my day one, you damn right I ain't minding my business. You feel me? Because that's just how I rock. I mean, that means I showed the hand I was dealt. I showed the hand of who I play with, what side of the field I was on. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people in prison get hurt so bad, get left with scars, lifetime scars and everything, because they don't mind their business. If you hear someone's bringing in the sack over there on that side of the compound and how they're getting it in and how the route's going, you don't go tell the next person. You keep that shit to yourself. Mind your business. Because the littlest thing can get out there to the wrong person, and then they're going to start going from person to person where they heard it and how it came about. And next thing you know, when it falls on you or the person that it spilled the beans, I guess you would say, it's not going to end nice for them. And just because you're in prison and you're surrounded by, you know, officers, COs, doesn't mean you're protected. Doesn't mean they can't get a hold of you because the officers are going to protect me. They can't grab me or hit me up or wet me up. I'll be put on PC, protective custody, and I'll be good. It don't work like that, especially down here in the state of Florida. You can be touched regardless. When you're in PC, yeah, you get put in a PC cell. But all that's got to happen is someone else can get put on PC that is in a gang, that is part of their organization. They tell their organization, I'm going to PC up just to get purposely put in that dude's cell to get a hold of him. Or just wait till you get transferred. Whether you're PC or not, you're put on the bus with everyone else who isn't PC. There isn't nothing between y'all or none of that. You feel me? So minding your business will lead you away from going PC. If you're one of the people that don't want, you know, consequences and repercussions, you don't want problems, you don't want to fight, you don't want people, you know, harassing you, steadily trying to put down on you, and you want to stay off the radar, then just mind your business. Straight up. If you're walking in the chow hall line and someone gets wet, it don't matter if it's the person in front of you or the person behind you. You keep it moving, bro. You mind your business. You glance and see it, boom. It ain't nothing new because you're going to see it so frequently that you're going to get used to it. First couple times, it's going to be eye-catchy and it's kind of hard for you not to look. But at the same time, mind your business. Now, if people go to fighting in the dorm, say they decide to go over there and grid in cell 3. Let's say they decide to go grid in cell 3. Then you got all them people that want to be nosy and stare at the cell the whole time, catch the officer's attention. Everybody's staring over that way, and then them dudes get caught fighting. Now, if them two dudes were gang members, their brothers are going to come after all the people who were looking at the cell, who brought the attention of the CO. When all you had to do was mind your business, bro. It's a fight. It ain't the end of the world, dog. Straight up. It isn't nothing major. But everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to be the one that got to see a blow swung and got to see a dude get split and all that shit. You're going to see it so much in prison that after a while, bro, it's going to feel the same as waking up every morning and brushing your teeth. It's going to be a normal daily thing. You feel me? And you will find yourself, like I said, out of harm's way by minding your business. Keep your mouth closed. And I say this all the time. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth for a reason. God put you here so you can listen and pay attention twice as much as you speak. All right? Don't be spreading, telling everybody things that you heard about this one individual, or you know why this dude just got flipped, or you know why this dude's brothers are after him, or you know, you never want to do anything like that, because say you found a dude messing with a boy that was messing with a sissy, and that dude that was messing with a sissy was a gang member. So you decide to go tell someone. Now that dude is on trial by his own organization. His own brothers are after him now, and they're going to try to wet him up and take him out of there and everything. And what do you think he's going to try to do to redeem himself before they get to him? He's got the right to face his accuser, so of course they're going to give you up and say you're the one that, you know, told them. You're the one that presented it. Now, you don't know no better. You don't know. They told you and finessed you and told you, you know, prove it to them what you're saying, that your name will be left out of it and everything. But in all reality, you didn't know that they got to use you as bait also. You feel me? They got to see what their brother's going to do about the thing that you're accusing him of. You feel me? So they're going to throw you right under the bus, and they're going to tell that person, yeah, such and such says this. What are you going to do about it? What I'm going to do about it? Grabs his knife. Now he goes and looks for you. You don't know no better. Next thing you know, boom, he comes after you, tries to take your life to prove to his brothers that it ain't true. You feel me? And then when it is true, you feel me? Then, you know, he's extra mad. You know? Straight up. There ain't no in between. You feel me? It isn't like, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Either it is or either it ain't. If it isn't true, he's going to be mad as hell and try to flip you because his brothers are on his ass and he feels tried. But if it is true, he's going to be extra hot because now he's on the platter. He's on stage. You put him in front of everybody now. You put him on blast when all you had to do was mind your business. Because now you just got yourself put in a severe situation, all for a problem that wasn't yours. That wasn't your problem. That wasn't shit to do with you. That was his organization's problem. That was their job to find that out and their job to see it and peep it. Just because he was, you know, tricking them and weaseling his way through and hiding it and covering it up good to his gang doesn't mean you had to come around and do the gang a favor by telling them, because at the end of the day, they don't give a damn about you because you're not one of them. You feel me? And all this could have been avoided of what's about to come to you if you would have just minded your business. That's it. Shit that goes on inside of prison isn't meant to be spreaded like a word of mouth. And a lot of people get flipped and get wet up behind that. So take it from me. Mind your own business. If it doesn't involve you or the main person you're with 24/7, then don't worry about it. Because I can guarantee you this. You may have 100 people in there that you're cool with, but not all of them are your friends. They're just people that are cool with you until the day comes to where they got to show their hand. Until, you know, either they feel like you showed your hand or they show their hand first. So out of them 100 people, you may only have like 10 that are actually look at you like a homeboy, like a friend, rather than just associates. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you play your hands right. You got to make sure if you do get involved behind somebody, you got to make sure that person you're getting involved behind is getting involved behind you at the same time. Because I got put in situations before where I rocked out behind a gang member before. One of my dogs was a gang member and I got involved, you know, felt like I was doing the right thing. And then his brothers didn't even want to get involved behind me. You feel me? So here I rocked out behind one of their own kind, but they didn't want to rock behind me. When that person I split's brothers got involved, then a whole nother gang of dudes I fucked with got involved and rocked with me. You feel me? So here I split a dude that was in a gang, rocking out behind one of my other dogs that was in a gang, and his own gang didn't want to rock behind me when that organization rose to try to plate me. But I had other homeboys that was in gangs, and they brothers rose and rocked behind me. You feel me? Straight up, believe it or not. I swung on a GD, knocked his golds out. You feel me? I've told stories about this before. I knocked the GD's golds out, you feel me, behind one of my dogs that was a king. You know what I'm saying? One of my dogs that was a king got knocked out by a GD. So then when we went back to the dorm, I knocked out a GD. You feel me? And then they ain't all rise for me behind that when all the G's wanted to eat me. Nah, the Bloods rose. One of the Bloods fought a GD. When I knocked the dude's golds out, a Blood fought a GD, and then all the Bloods came down there and was like, bitch, it ain't nothing with Frog. It ain't nothing with Frog. We fuck with Frog. And I didn't even know that they rocked with me that heavy. You see what I'm saying? I always thought the Kings was going to be the one that rocked with me the hardest. You feel me? But that's just crazy. That's how it goes. You see what I'm saying? But all this could have been avoided, though, if I would have just minded my business. You see what I'm saying? And I thought I was doing the right thing at that time, you know. But pressure, you know, busts pipes. So at the same time, your dog might ride for you, you know, 100% of the time, right? But out of that 100% of the time, it not be that severe. It not be that much of, you know, needing to be rode for. You know, you might not have to go against a big gang at that time. You might just get into it with some organization that ain't got that many numbers on the compound, so your dogs are riding for you. So then it opens your eyes like, oh yeah, he's rocking with me heavy because here I got into it with this gang right here or whatever, and he rocked with me. You feel me? But believe it or not, every single time that I got into it with a gang, okay, listen to me clearly when I tell you this. Every single time that I got into it with a gang while I did my bid in Florida was me rocking behind one of my dogs that was a gang member. Never was it on my own. Never did I get into it with a gang and a gang try me, you feel me, just because I wasn't a gang member. I had respect and I minded my business. They liked that about me, literally. They could be talking about who their next target is. They're going to go wet them up and everything like that. And if I walk up and be like, what's up, y'all boys? They ain't got to change the topic. They could keep talking about what they talking about because they know at the end of the day, fraud don't give a fuck. And I know how to keep my mouth quiet. This is prison, bro. It ain't my spot to go tell nobody that something's coming or anything. You feel me? But every single time that I had got into it with a gang to where a gang had to back me was when I got into it with the gang over backing one of my dogs that was a gang. So I got involved in gang affairs by backing one of my dogs that was a gang. You feel me? Now, every time that I fought a gang member, other than that, like, you feel me, like to where it was just like some disrespect shit or something, and I got in a fight with a gang to where it never turned into a gang one in my head or anything like that, it was always a respectful one-on-one. You feel me? They always respected the fact that I'm going to stand up for myself, and I always would get a one-on-one fade. You feel me? That was when it was on some like disrespectful shit, fighting over the phone, or you know, or it was called a cracker or something like that, and I wanted to fade over it. You feel me? But as far as like me doing something like without even, you know, thinking and just straight popping off on a gang member, I did that behind a gang member. I did that for somebody. And then next thing you know, boom. If I would have minded my business, all the drama and all the shit that came with it never would have happened. That's why you got to learn from these videos. No matter what you do, you are your team. Rock out by yourself. It don't matter if there's 70 of them and one of you. You rock out, all 70 of them ain't going to do nothing to you. You straight up. You might have 4 or 5 of them that are coming for you. But man, you just try to knock one's fronts out. Try to hit one so hard to where at the end of the day they leave you alone because they respect you. Straight up. All the head up fades that I got when I was in prison, besides with the gang members, I went to the heads of the gangs and requested a one-on-one fade with their brother. That's what made them respect me and give me a one-on-one. Because they respected how I'm coming there asking, let me get my fade, bro. Bro, try me over the phone, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Or you call me a cracker, bro. I ain't with that shit. You know, like, see what I'm saying? So they respected me. Now, That's why I was able to, you know, fade them. But anytime that I just popped off and rocked one, it was always behind somebody who already was in beef with that organization. You feel me? But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this one on up. Y'all just remember, mind your own business and you will find yourself out of harm's way 9 times out of 10. If you're worrying about yourself, you're all you gotta worry about. If you're worrying about yourself, you're gonna be good. You might have a couple bumps along the way, but your bid is gonna be a whole lot smoother than them ones that can't mind their business. Straight up. But that's all I got for y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one on up. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button, and hit that like button for sure on the way out if you ain't hit it on the way in. And y'all catch me next time, man. Y'all have a good day. Till next time, this is Frog.